Ladies and gentlemen, a middle school math teacher told a melanated teen to go back to Africa because she did not stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. I didn't stand up for that stuff either. All right. And as far as this go back to Africa, y'all, they've been saying that since chattel slavery. I read this was years ago how they would walk up to the slaves that were doing actual work and tell them if they didn't like it to go back to Africa. Now, ladies and gentlemen, remember, they didn't work during chattel slavery. Okay. So it was only one group of people down there in them South that was actually doing work. And the ones that weren't doing work told them if they didn't like it, they could go back to Africa. Mm, mm, mm. So I have a video that I'm going to let you listen to, and I'll be back with the rest of my commentary.
Middle school math teacher on administrative leave. She's accused of making racist remarks in a classroom after two students chose not to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance.
KENS 5's Alicia Nieves has been looking into this story for us all day today. She joins us live now. And Alicia, where did this happen?
It happened right behind me at Hobby Middle School, first thing Tuesday morning. The father tells us the teacher called him to apologize for all of this shortly after it happened, but he's made up his mind. He wants this teacher fired.
A racist mind would go to tell a black person to go back to Africa.
Tuesday morning, this father, who wished to remain anonymous, got this text from his daughter. He couldn't believe what he read.
That's why she texted me immediately like, Dad, my teacher just told me to go back to Africa. And then she said that the teacher just told the class to shut the F up.
He immediately called the office to report it, telling them his child shouldn't be punished for not standing during the Pledge of Allegiance.
Other parents, they might feel like their child should, but mine don't have to. It's a freedom of speech.
He said the teacher called him later that morning to apologize.
She kept on trying to apologize for it, saying, I don't know why I opened my big fat mouth and I said that. I was frustrated. I think she was just apologizing because she knew she messed up and she's in trouble.
Thursday afternoon, the father met with school administrators, including the principal. They told him the teacher has been removed from the classroom.
And they trying to make a decision with the school board to see whether they're going to fire her or remove her. I want her fired. I don't feel like she should be teaching anybody's child. She should be in a classroom.
This father's sharing this story with KENS 5 to send a message that no school should tolerate this type of language, especially in a classroom directed at a child.
We teach our kids consequences. When you do something wrong, it's consequences behind it. So it's the same thing with adults. When we do something wrong, we got to face our consequences behind it.
The father says that his daughter hasn't had any issues with this teacher in the past. NISD says the employee is on administrative leave until this investigation is over. We'll let you know what's decided. Live on the Northwest side, Alicia Nieves, KENS 5.
Okay. So you saw the video. And, it just goes to show you no original thought, using the same insults for centuries now, and and nothing new. And nothing new will ever come from them folks. Just understand that. So, this is a hobby middle school teacher. They were placed on administrative leave. They need to be fired. You know, I would never want my child to take any instruction from a person like that. But see, this is what happens when you insist on sending your kids to school and you know what they're enduring every day and you don't care. They got to get out of your house. So these are some of the things that happen. I feel sorry for this young woman. She should not have had to go through this at all because it's not mandatory for anybody to stand up for the Pledge of Allegiance. So, that being said, the teacher was way out of line, and now they're open to being sued because of their reaction. And trust me, when these cases go to court, the people that do these aggressive things always lose. So You heard what the father said. The father said they picked up the phone and called to apologize. I would not accept that apology. I would never in a million years accept that apology. So they're on administrative leave and, you know, told the students to shut the F up. I mean, just coming all out of pocket, aren't they? So the grandmother of one of those students raised a concern. They contacted the news station, Ken's Five, which you saw the video, saying the family had been in touch with the school administrators. Barry Perez, a spokesperson for Northside ISD, told Ken's Five on Thursday afternoon that the district was investigating the matter, adding that a meeting between Hobby Middle School principal and the student's family had been organized. The teacher has not been identified. Now, I've seen a couple of pictures online, but they were different women. So I said, okay, I'm not going to show anything until I really know who this teacher is. So the girl's father said the teacher called within a few hours after this happened to apologize. And he said he wants her fired. I'm glad he didn't do all that "I forgive you" stuff and tried to move on from this because we've seen that way too many times. So he didn't do that, and he said only a racist mind would go and tell a black person to go back to Africa, the father told Ken's Five in an anonymous interview Tuesday morning when the father received the text from his daughter. He said he couldn't believe what he read. So she immediately was like, Dad, my teacher told me to go back to Africa, he explained. Then she said the teacher told the class to shut the F up. Wow. Yeah, because the class knew how racist the teacher was sounding. Yeah, that's why they got an attitude and said that to the class. But if these are middle school students, then the teacher had no business cussing at these students. Even if they didn't agree with her, it was not within her right to cuss at these students like that. And to me, if you get that upset, you don't need to be around any children. So you heard what he said. He did call and reported it, and he told them his child should not be punished. And he's right. You know, the teacher was the adult in the classroom, and they act more childlike than the person they said go back to Africa to. They were more adult like than the teacher was. So she kept trying to apologize. I don't know why I opened my big fat mouth. This is what the teacher said. I was frustrated, he recalled. I didn't feel like her apology was really genuine. She probably wouldn't have got that far on the phone with me. Mm-mm. You know, but see, this is the school district's fault for hiring people like that. And unfortunately, it's far too many of them that are out here that are working around your children, and they have that very same attitude. So no, no, there should definitely be consequences for what this teacher did. And maybe the district need to remind their teachers that standing for the pledge is not mandatory. And I hope this father is looking for a good attorney, for real. I hope he's looking for a good attorney because you really got them on this one, big time. But y'all, please tell me what you think about this video. Please leave your comment and subscribe. Don't forget to hit on the notification bell, and I'll see you on the next video. Peace, family.